I'm 56 and I'm living in my childhood bedroom. Someone just rented the apartment that my son and his dad are living in. So I have 10 days to find an apartment for 4 people that need to be in 4 different locations. And I'm filming this before I know how it ends. I am taking my tape measure. People are putting in applications sight unseen. It is like the Wild West out there. So wish me luck. If you've been following this apartment search, you've probably guessed by now that the Sutton place fell through. Sutton place actually felt like a home. I could picture everyone there. That almost never happens. And losing it, it was real. I wanted walking distance to my mom. She's on the Upper East Side. At some point, the gym went back on the priority list. Since he's paying, that mattered. Inventory is so low that we had to expand our search. The king-size bed was gonna fit, but ultimately that cement privacy gate and being on the lower floor, it offered no real light.
The sunrise hits my face like pouring whiskey on a fire. Woke up with a t-shirt on, I'm pretty sure belongs to a stranger.
And then there was the 79th Street place. We both fell in love with it. The proximity to my mom's, the gym, the outdoor space with 2 grills, it was really lovely. It was definitely like a family vibe building. And the location. Unfortunately, it took us 2 days to get the application in. And that agent handed off the information to another colleague who then gave it to my ex. And since my ex hadn't actually seen the apartment, he didn't know that it was the wrong apartment number. After that, the broker felt bad and tipped us off to a 97th Street apartment so we could be directly in touch with the leasing agent so we didn't have to pay a fee, which we shouldn't have to pay anyway. Okay, so during the showing of this 97th Street apartment, I get a text from someone who says, I'm confirming the 80th Street appointment, and I'm thinking it's 80th Street and York Avenue. But meanwhile, it's another apartment that happens to be on 80th Street, and I'm thinking it's this other one. So we go to the one that I'm thinking it is, and we go up to the door person and say, who's really sweet, and I say, oh, we're gonna meet Chloe here. And she's like looking at me like confused. And I'm like, it's like apartment 5M. And she's like, oh, okay, I'll just give you the key. And I'm still thinking that the agent is gonna come upstairs. Maybe she'll meet me upstairs and show me the apartment, which sometimes happens. And so we were both together, my ex and I, we walk into the apartment and we both love it and agree. So just as like a reminder, this is like the family apartment where Jude is gonna be and where he goes off on the weekend and I come in and spend time with Jude. So that's why we're looking together. So we both agree on this apartment. We're really psyched, and it's like huge. Like really, it's like a 2-bedroom. Like it could be ample space with like a huge bedroom, walk-in closet in the bedroom, and we're like, wow. And then I get a text saying, where are you? And I'm like, what? And apparently there's this other apartment on 80th Street. So I run up a couple blocks towards Central Park. I run over there, see this other apartment, and meanwhile I left my ex to see if he can get the information about the managing agent because we were really excited about this other apartment. I walked into this place where it seemed someone had just stopped living. Maybe it was that I was desensitized by oxygen tanks and hospital equipment. Or maybe it was that I really felt like throwing in the towel at this point. Wow, this closet is real. Because the last time I felt like this, we actually found the most amazing apartment in Forest Hills and ended up living there for 5 years. And it felt like kismet. Sometimes it's in the moment when willpower seems to have no real effect. And then something else happens. Maybe the universe finally steps in. I actually really liked this one. It was so close to my mom's apartment, across the street from this really cute little coffee house, 787. And unfortunately, it had no gym. So what I'm finding out is that about the 80th Street apartment that we were really excited about, the one that only my ex and I were at. There wasn't 10 people. We somehow happened upon this apartment and we were able to get access and look at the apartment. We both agreed that we loved it. And now I'm looking online and one listing says one price and the other says another price. So I'm wondering what's going on. We're going to have to just sit tight and contact the leasing agent, the managing agent in the morning and see which one is the correct price and if it's available. So it's upsetting to say the least. I just, I feel like every apartment around here in proximity to my mother's apartment, there's some kind of problem with, and I'm just kind of at my wit's end. I've lived in 34 places, and what I've learned is that usually the right one comes after the wrong one. So Sutton Place said no, 79th Street was a no, and 80th Street, well, that one sat on the market for 29 days, and I'm just wondering if any of these are the right rabbit holes.
오늘의 날씨 일기예보는 맑음 햇살 밝은 오후 무작정 어딘가 향하는 발걸음 너와 자주 걷던 거리 어쩌면 너무 익숙해져 버린 습관과 같던 매일 너랑 기억에 갇혀 살아
Places we both agreed on. One shiny object that turned out to be nothing. By the time we walked into the West Side apartment that was like a dollhouse, we both felt defeated. We weren't hoping anymore, we were just looking. We took the same route yesterday. 37th and 10th Avenue, that's where I fell apart. Weeks of apartments, showing up for my mom, trying to be fully present for my kids. My ex had just physically joined the search, all hands on deck. I was doing all of it and I was done. I was supposed to be on 96 and West End. Instead, I was on 37th and 10th in the heat with a dying phone. I walked into a T-Mobile and stood there while a woman told me all about the next iPhone. My phone was charging. I had nowhere else to go. I had a viewing in 5 minutes and I had to get downtown to meet my son. His dad was playing in a gig and he needed me there. After that spiral and the pressure of needing to hire a mover within 10 days, we were both ready to accept help.
Waste no time when we live the nights no one remember. I sang the blackout blues, but there's a smile behind these cloudy eyes. And I don't know about you, but I take chaos over boring every time.
There are certain moments in life when hiring is just smarter. Maybe it just comes with age.
Higher finishes, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Downstairs.
Yeah, I don't mind. To me, this is kind of cool. I like the mix of the,
So these are all condos. These are all individually owned units.
yeah. Yeah, it looks like they just cleaned.
Take a look at the
Ho,
bathroom.
ho, ho.
I'm gonna test it, make sure it flushes well.
Right, I know, because Israel is always concerned about the pressure. Okay. Oh.
Did you get video of the bathroom?
Yeah, not yet. Oh, this is, whoa. This is like built-in closets. Wow. Oh, he would love this.
nice.
He would love this. You don't even need a dresser. Like Jude could have the dresser.
Yeah.
You know? This is nice.
Nice.
Dad's gonna like this.
How much is this one?
I don't know, it's like within budget.
This is nice.
I like this one. Wow, look at the windows.
Wow. So Josh did show us 2 more apartments on the west side, but they were very cookie cutter. After this, he offered to show us more apartments on the Upper East Side, but nothing was going to top those amenities. And we decided to call the search off and just start packing and wait until we got a clear answer from the condo on the west side. And that's where we are now. My ex reached out to a friend, an agent who works in the business in New York City, and someone we know and trust. Someone who knew exactly what to look for and how to move in this market. Knowing when not to do it yourself, that's actually a skill. And I think he might have saved the day. The application is in. It's a condo. We need board approval. 10 days to vacate, 10 days to be chosen. Same clock, 2 directions. I wanted to be walking distance from my mom. Jude gets 20 minutes to school. Israel gets 15 to his office. So he gets 20 minutes to Chelsea. And I get 25 in the wrong direction. But it has a pool, and my back has been asking for that for a long time. So many things have to line up to find the right place, and at some point, the last move is surrender. Trust the inventory, trust the sequence. When I look around the city, there has to be a place that works for all of us here. This city has 8 million windows, and one of them is ours.